You are not going to believe what I made for my walls using thrift store fabric, because this is what I started with. Every project is no-sew, super simple, and you can do these too. I'm starting with the simplest project, and I used this thrifted oval frame that I needed to create an insert so that I could attach my vintage lace, which is the star of this project. At first, I painted my frame in this berry color that I thought was pretty, but I wanted my frame to have that same vintage feel as the lace. So I'm repainting it in a metallic gold and going over it with some rub and buff. And to add even more character, I went just around the inside of the frame with antique glaze. And like I said, this is super simple and it's really quick. I just had to cut out the lace, pop it in my frame, which is now gold, and this is how it turned out. Have you ever thrifted something and wondered what the backstory was on those items? That's the way I felt with these. It's ribbon embroidery. I think they are so pretty, and it might be my favorite thrift store find. Now, I have had them quite a while. I just needed some inspiration, and I saw it on the Art-Anthropologie website. The first thing I had to do was pick which 3 samplers I wanted to use, and then I needed to cut them down to size so they were all uniform, and I used a 5-inch quilting template. Next, I took this thrifted sheet and I cut it so it was a little bit larger than the back of the frame. I pressed it, I added some batting, and then to attach the fabric to the back of the frame, I used painter's tape. I wanted to use something that I could always readjust. I know it's not easy to see, but I did the ends like you would do the wrapping paper on a gift box. And used this framing tool stapler to put it back in the frame. Next, I used Pill and Stick fabric fuse to attach the samplers to the sheet, which is now the background of my picture. You just cut off a little bit of the tape, and it's sticky on one side, and you attach that to one of the fabrics, and then you pull back the paper, and then it's sticky on the other side, and then you can stick it to the other piece of fabric. Now you need to stay to the end of the video so you can see the first color that I painted this frame. Here's how it turned out. And here's a close-up so you can see how cute this really is. Look at this little caterpillar in the ribbon. Do you know anyone that does ribbon embroidery? I think it is so pretty. For project 3, I'm using thrifted embroidery hoops. I find them all the time at thrift stores. The most difficult part on this project was centering the design in the middle of the hoop. After I trimmed all the excess fabric off, I used a fabric glue stick to glue down the top of the fabric so that it was nice and neat at the top of the hoop. Regular hot glue would have worked too. I did the other 2 hoops the exact same way, and I thought they looked perfect just as they were without any extra bows or embellishments. But what do you think? Should I have added any bows? Here is everything that I used for project 4, and wait till you see the after. I did the back of the frame just like I did in the first project, and I'm using Pill and Stick fabric fuse, but this one comes in little sheets, but you use it the exact same way. This time I painted the frame in a navy blue and went around just the edge of the frame in rub and buff antique gold and a little bit of redesign with Prima celestial wax. And this is how this wall art turned out. Would you know that that is a bed sheet in the background? And you'll have to let me know, do you have any of your grandmother's doilies? I have all these lacy doilies and runners and tablecloths that I want to see if I can make some kind of artwork out of them. And I bet you can tell from this pillowcase and dresser runner what the style is going to be. I put the fabric from the pillowcase in this thrifted hoop, and then I took that ruffle from the dresser runner and I attached it to the back of the hoop. Then I had to decide which doilies to use. And I picked these three because each one was a little bit different. And to secure everything down, I used a combination of the peel and stick fabric fuse and some tacking stitches. Now I know I said no sew, but does this really count as sewing? The doily that I'm working with right there, it looks stained, but it's really just still damp from pressing it. I had a couple pieces of broken jewelry that I added for a focal point. And this shabby chic project was done. And I think it's the perfect complement for my vintage lace frame. And here's a little recap of all the projects from today's video, and you'll have to let me know if you have a favorite. And now for my fails. The first fail is, yes, I wanted to paint the frame orange at first because orange is the opposite of blue on the color wheel, and I failed fostering. You might have seen Franklin in my last video. He is now Frankie, and I've adopted him. You'll have to let me know, have you ever failed fostering? Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.